It's good. We got it's inter squad. Get some guys getting some at bats. Get them out there. Our guys fielding. So it's 2 innings. Get to see Noah. Get to see Julio. So it'll be fun.
Vargas is playing second base. Can he swing the bat today?
No, he's not swinging the bat yet. But just kind of get him out there. Get him out there defending, which he's done. He can throw, but I'm not sure what day he's going to pick up a bat. But I still think he's a few days away from that.
How important is it for Syndergaard to get some of the velocity back that he may have lost with the surgery?
I think that naturally it's going to happen as he gets further away from Tommy John surgery and the rehab. I think that'll naturally happen, which is we've already seen. Just velocity, obviously, it just continues to it adds margin for error. The command that Noah has is. I didn't appreciate the command that he has and how good the changeup is and his ability to spin the baseball. But yeah, velocity is something I think is just going to come.
You going to have the pitch clock? Is this going to be kind of an assimilation to the new rules today too?
Yeah, we're going to have that. But Julio, I just think that Julio and Noah will be fine with it. But yeah, it'll be in place.
They call some box.
I don't think we're going to be calling any box today. We'll let the umpires, once we start on Saturday, man that.
With Trayce, how much of a focus has there been on just his approach against left-handed pitching after the reverse splits last year and making that a little better?
I haven't had any talks with Trayce about that. He's smart enough to realize that, last year it was an outlier in the sense that he was better versus right than left. But he's smart enough to know that, the value, one piece of value that he can add for our club is to be more productive versus left-handed pitching. So I don't think it's something for me to talk about, but I'm sure that, approach, how you go about it, in the cage, those conversations are happening.
Did hitting coaches find any explanation for why he was reversed?
There were some things that I know that we talked about last season as far as angles from the left-hander coming into you versus the right-hander, opening, closing your stance. So there's things that we talked about, but I haven't had that conversation, but I'm sure they are.
Can you plan if he's not going to, address that and get back to the guy he was?
I think he, and this is something that the guy he was, I still think is, this is a sample of 3 months in the big leagues, because even before that he was, hitting lefties. So I'm not going to try to make too much of it. I think there's obviously enough talked about it. I'll still bet on the fact that there'll be an uptick, significant uptick versus left this year.
How much kind of trust and capital did he build with what he did last season versus that obviously still being a small sample size, and it had been a while since he had been, close to an everyday player in the majors before?
It's significant. I think that him as a teammate, what he brings, intangibles, how he prepares, obviously the production, which is obviously very important. He did it, and so that equity he's earned, and so knowing that he's going to be on our ball club and help contribute, to what end I don't know right now, but I know that I'm excited for him.
He talked about still filling a needs camp. Like, how much does he need to do to kind of, carve out what his spot or his role on the team's going to be?
I think with Trayce, it's just something that always just striving to just continue to get better. And I can't speak right now what the role is going to look like on opening day, what it's going to look like in the middle of the season. So I think that kind of speaks to obviously opportunity, performance, but we're going to need them, and so I'm not going to talk about exact roles right now.
How close is Hudson to be able to pitch in?
He didn't pitch yesterday. It was another Hudson. He's throwing a pen today, so we'll see how that goes.
Because he's a reliever, do you feel like he doesn't need as much time?
Correct. I don't think that I worry too much about the outings, the game. Reps, all that stuff. I just think that Huddy knows how to get himself ready.
They're talking about Victor Gonzalez. He looks amazing. The same figure. He's great. How is he looking so far?
Victor looks good. Victor's had a great offseason. His body looks as good as I've seen it. Last year was a difficult year for him, coming back and being healthy, not being healthy, not pitching for us, and so he's hungry. And the way he's throwing the baseball is as good as I've seen it. The command, the velocity's there, and the slider, getting that slider to the glove side has been good to see so far. And there's also a changeup in there. So Victor is going to be I wouldn't say a surprise, but I just think that this is going to be a good year for him.
And Dave, what are you hoping to see from Bobby Miller this spring? What's your overall assessment of him?
Overall assessment is got to continue to hone his craft and his skill. With the eye, it's big velocity. It's a breaking ball. There's a changeup. He's physical. He obviously takes care of himself. But there are some things that I think that young players just understanding how to command the baseball, get ahead, and how to wipe hitters out. So. Like I've said before, I expect Bobby to make his debut this year at some point, but that's in his hands. He's going to get opportunities to start, but I'm excited for this season for him.
Thanks, Dave. With